Hey guys, it's Erin. I have a little bit of a funny story to tell you. I wanted to do a video tour of my garden. So I decided, okay, working in the garden, everything's been planted, everything's in the ground that needs to be in the ground. So I figured last night I'm going to take my camera out and do my little tour of my garden, show everybody my garden because I'm a proud plant mama. So out we went. I get everything set up. Just the right amount of light, neighborhood's at least mildly quiet. I do live in the path of an airport, so it's not completely quiet. It's never completely quiet. So I went outside and I started doing my filming, and I got my gardenias, and I did my my fairy garden and things of that nature. And at one point, I was over and I was filming a clip of the very small hydrangea that I have on my front garden area, and you guys will see that in a few minutes. And I was kind of standing over it with the camera, and I was looking down at it, and I was doing a little bit of a talk. I wasn't talking loud or anything like that. I was just talking about it and, discussing the fact that it's, abnormally small compared to the rest of my hydrangeas, which you will also see later. And I was so engrossed in it that I didn't really look around the neighborhood. So when I was done discussing that particular plant, I happened to look up, and 2 houses over, my neighbor is standing out on his front lawn, between his house and my next door neighbor. He's standing out on the lawn there like that with his little tiny dog with gigantic ears, and him and the dog are both sitting there staring at me like, I don't know if he thought I was having a conversation with my plant or what. I don't think he could see my camera because I kind of had my back to him when I was doing this. And even at that point, I had kind of like turned a little bit sideways to see him. So I don't think he could actually see the camera. And either way, he's just standing there looking at me like I'm insane. And so I hope you guys enjoy my garden tour, because I had to make myself look completely insane to my neighbors to do this video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good week, guys. I like fairy gardens, but I decided go big or go home. So let's take a look. I love these flowers right here. Look at that one too. That one just came back from the brink of death. I have several different breed of marigold out here. Look at that one. These two were brought back from the brink of death as well. These are actually gardenias. They're not in bloom right now. They were just shortly ago, so I'll probably post up a picture of them when they were in bloom because they're very nice. My mosquito plant, favorite thing in the whole garden. My calla lilies are producing quite well this year. That's the pink one, and the white. I don't know what happened with this one. This is one of the oldest ones here, and it's the smallest by far. I think it's just getting too much sun. We like hydrangeas around here. This here is actually a carpet rose, and it's supposed to be laying down on the ground as like a ground cover, but we've had it forever, and my father trained it to go up instead of down. We don't know why he did that, but he did. And I'm trying to, as you can see, train it to go back down, and it's somewhat working. The hydrangeas are producing a lot of flowers this year. This one did really well. I've actually already cut a bunch of the flowers off. But as you can see, a lot of them are still here. And you got new ones coming. And bees. Lots and lots of bees. This is another rose bush that's not looking healthy. Never does, but it always produces. I've already gotten 3 roses out of that one this year. Different breed of hydrangea. This is the biggest in the yard. My father also liked to plant everything too close together. So this one's probably too small as well, just because of this. And they're starting to blend together and turn into one plant. Ooh, there's a giant weed back here. It needs to come out. Tiny rose bush. This is the newest rose bush, as you can see. This is a knockout rose. And I just got this one into the ground yesterday, I think. As I said, I'm really behind. These little guys are blue geraniums. And I've got several of these around. I've got another one in the back that's very old. More hydrangeas. These have a different kind of flower, a little bit smaller. And again, my father planted everything too close together. Oh, I have blackberries coming out of these. Oh, I gotta get my gloves and get these out. See, we get blackberries. And they kind of grow wild. They've been doing that since we moved here. But this one here needs to be transplanted, and that'll be happening soon. This one, this is the first time this rose is produced in a long time, and there's actually 2 rose bushes here. But that one's on the road to recovery. Last hydrangea. This one's like exploded on this side. And a butterfly bush. I forget what these are called, but these are specifically here for the birds and, well, the hummingbirds and the bees. Not in full bloom yet. We have been attacked by a bunny rabbit, so we're just starting to get our flowers back. This one hasn't yet. That one's got yellow flowers. My hibiscus that everybody told me would not come back after the winter. Okay, this is my veggie garden back here. I've got, those 2 are peppers there. I've got one is a banana pepper and one's a jalapeno. I have no idea which one is which. Ooh. Pardon that noise. Ooh. Ooh. We're producing. That's the habanero. Oh, the banana pepper's producing. You see the tiny little peppers. And I've got marigolds back here as well, because marigolds tend to chase off the deer and the rabbits. The rest of these are tomato plants. Those 2 are cherries. The rest of these I think are celebrity. And these 2 and that one there are not growing real well. These 2 are starting to grow. These 2 have been in the ground the longest. Here's the lavender in a pot. And more blue geranium. This is the real old one. As you can see, there's flowers everywhere. I like this plant because it's actually quite photogenic. Watermelon. Watermelon.
That one back there is another blue geranium. This one is actually a purple version of the two I showed you earlier with the tiny little flowers. This one here, I don't know what's going on with this. This has got the prettiest little peach flowers. But it doesn't seem to be making it since I actually put it in the ground, and I'm very distressed about it. This here is why you should never ever have passion flowers. They're very pretty. But they're very invasive. Yeah. Not doing that again. Actually, I can't get rid of the one we got. That's my tea rose. It's no longer blooming. And a passion flower that's moving into my air conditioner. The gargoyle. This is my sad looking magnolia tree. Yeah. This poor thing. Doing our best. It does look like it's starting to make a revival, as you can see there, but it's going to be a little awkward shaped. Don't care as long as it lives. Interesting, I just realized we got a bunch of trees down back here. Look at this. Yeah, this is my backyard. Don't you love this? Look at this. We had a bad storm come through not long ago. I didn't realize all these were dead anyway, but I didn't realize they all came down. Huh. That's my nasty bird bath. It really needs a wash. Huh. Those are my azaleas, also not in bloom. I don't remember if I took pictures of them this year or not. And my geraniums. These are both red here. This one that's kind of being all wily is supposed to, when it matures, it's supposed to roll down the side of the pot. Like this one is totally not doing. These are pink, and I got the red ones in the front. And these seem to be standing up for the sun, so I don't know what's going on there. And then this is another rose bush that, pardon the planes, I'm in an airport area. This is a rose bush that I need to get a trellis for. It's a climber. And it's got the most beautiful roses. It's like these yellow and orange roses. They're gorgeous. But I don't know what happened to the trellis. We used to have a trellis here, so I don't know what happened to it, but it hasn't bloomed in years because the trellis is gone. Another bunch there between blooms in our wishing well. Calla lilies. Calla lilies. We have a lot of calla lilies. They multiply. And these bushes here that have these lovely purple flowers like this. They're kind of fuzzy looking. That is a red crepe myrtle, and that is our purple crepe myrtle. As you can see, we are in bloom. The red one is not.